So welcome to How to Live in Love, which has a book which accompanies it, which is free to download. And the book is also called How to Live in Love. And it was written by myself, Alexander Bell. So that book is free to download at alexanderbell.org, along with all the music that I've composed over the past 20 years, which is all free to download. So that's alexanderbell.org. And this podcast is all about experiencing the purity of your consciousness in the most effortless way possible. Now, the way our consciousness works is it's almost like an energetic sponge. So what we give our attention to, our consciousness absorbs the energy from that thing, and it takes on the quality of that thing. For example, if we give our attention to conflict, to an argument, and we watch it and we pay attention to it, then the energy of that conflict or argument affects our consciousness. And so we feel the energy of that thing, of that argument. Now, if we choose to give our attention, say, to beautiful music, if we listen to beautiful music, inspiring music, our attention absorbs the quality of that music. The vibration, the energy of that sound directly influences our consciousness, the way we are perceiving reality. It's the most fundamental, influential force upon our awareness, upon our consciousness. So, just consider what happens when we give our full attention to that which exists beyond the material world. When we give our full attention to spiritual light, to the divine, to God. Just consider what happens to our consciousness when we focus on this pure light, which God is. This pure, vibrant, radiant energy, which is the essence of God, which is totally divine, totally pure, totally radiant and healing. What happens when we give all our attention to that light? Well, naturally our consciousness merges with that light. Our consciousness loves to perceive this spiritual light, because that's what our consciousness is designed for. It's designed for the highest experience, the highest realm of awareness possible. So it loves to be there. It loves to have its full attention on something divine, because it then experiences, it absorbs the divine qualities, and we experience that in our consciousness. It's a very transcendental experience, and it's the most illuminating thing we can do, the most illuminating process we can engage in, is to give our attention to the spiritual light, to the divine energy, which you could call love, which you could call spiritual beauty. It's something we can perceive internally, not externally. So we perceive this light in our mind, and we perceive the love that it brings into our heart. So we're feeling the love, and we're almost seeing the light in our mind. And this is when we're fully aligned with divine awareness, when we're fully connected to this light, when we're giving our full attention to this inner light. And it takes some practice to shift our attention from all the external distractions, to shift our attention from the thoughts which are constantly attracting our attention. We take our attention away from those things, and we focus our mind. We bring our attention to the center of our forehead, between our eyes, which is where the mind focuses and becomes able to perceive an inner light in our mind. So, if we focus our attention there, and we relax our heart, and we ask to perceive the spiritual light, we ask the divine, we ask the universe to help us bring our attention to this inner light, then it is inevitable that it will occur. Because this is where our attention belongs. Our attention belongs on this light. It's almost like it's the permanent destination of our attention. If our attention belongs anywhere, it belongs focused upon God, which is just a name for this inner light. It belongs upon this beautiful light.